Hey, how are you? It is 521, week number 3. And this is as bright as I can get my room late at night. It has been super, super busy with Spring Q. Are you going? Are you there? I'm there. And by there, I mean here at home, as we kind of always are these days. Um, yeah, so I'm giving you a late recording. I always try and use available light so it doesn't look like this. And yet, here we are. I have an iPad though that's quite close. Without the iPad, you ready? That's even worse. But using the iPad as an available light. Um, Hopefully you've been hanging out at Q. It's good stuff, right? If not, following the hashtag SpringQ. I've been producing Q Live. So we had maybe a dozen interviews today. So even if you didn't pay for it or you're not presenting and attend for free, you can still watch it on, as my mom calls it, the Twitters. We're streaming live to Twitter through Periscope and then also on Q's Facebook page. So you're able to still learn a lot and hear from some pretty extraordinary humans um, just by checking out Q's social media feed. So that's what I've been doing. I am wiped out because I'm still at my campus all day long, and then in the off hours is when Q is happening. It's running through Saturday the 27th. So depending on when you're watching this, there's still time. It's still going. It's gonna be fun. I'm presenting Monday night and Wednesday night or afternoon. We'll see how that goes. I have my second vaccine appointment. Super lucky and blessed for that. That is Monday morning, so I'm definitely nervous about being healthy enough Monday night and Wednesday night. That should be interesting. Helping run Q Live while presenting, while being 2 stages after my second dose. Not the point. Can we jump into week 3? Yes, we can. So there's a discussion board. You have some slides on when calculators are allowed for special needs students. If you see SN students, that usually means special needs students if you're new to the world of assistive technology. Um, as you can imagine, lots of abbreviations. So take a look at those slides. Let us know how the guidelines, would work, how it might affect long-term memory, all of those things. You have a self-paced e-lesson. E stands for electronic, around UDL, Universal Designs for Learning. Had a great conversation actually on Q Live when we were on the air, looking at, what was that about? I feel like it was with Al Thomas. On Twitter, he's Edu Copilot, does a lot of really cool stuff with video. And we were talking about how you can almost backwards engineer like the student experience based on like what that outcome is going to be with the video. I think it was with him. Anyway, like you can apply this to really like, it's not just a lesson plan, right? Which is really what UDL is about. Like here's the unit of the lesson objective. Students will demonstrate understanding by this, and then reverse engineer what the lesson's going to be. I think it could actually be applied for like bigger cultural things at a school. And so we want our students to exhibit these behaviors and then kind of reverse engineer or like UDL it to see like what's the day to day, what habits and routines and rituals do we bring into our school so that, as we kind of backwards design behaviors and culture, our students are leaving our school with these behaviors. Anyway, it was a super cool conversation. I encourage you to watch a lot of them, all of them. I'm interviewing a handful of people, and then Christina Mattis, who's up near San Francisco, up for me if you're north of San Francisco, south for you. Or if you're back east, she is west. Not the point. You have really just, that's it that's due this week is that discussion board. But you have 3 pretty lengthy assignments. So you have your instructional lesson plan. It's not due till week 7, but you want to start it this week. And that's nicely scaffolded with some kind of internal deadlines for you. You have to try something new that is done at the end of week 4. So this is now week 3. So you should already be halfway done with it. You should have done writing and reading. This week you should work on your math assistive technology tool. And then week 4, when it's due, is communication. So be sure and look at the inventory sheet. Be sure and look at the rubric and the Google Doc explaining it. And then, as always, you're going to continue working on your e-portfolio, your electronic portfolio. I still like that Macs and just Apple in general has the I in front of it, like the iMac, the iMac Internet, that it had a plug for a Cat5 cable, Ethernet cable. And that was the big thing, is that it's like internet based. You can get one of those like internet computers, and now it's just everything for the most part. They still have iMacs, they have iPhones, iPad. The I is for internet, the E is for electronic. So you have your e-portfolio. The section this week aligns with your reading, which is Dell chapters 4 and 5. Also connects with what you're working on with your instructional plan, looking a little bit at the discussion board. It's going to be UDL and looking at math technology tools. So be sure and keep up with that as that goes week to week. This is definitely not the project and not the course to just be like, oh, I'll do that in week 7 or 8. It's really designed to be done each week as you go. So if you need like a little like kind of push to get going on that, if you haven't yet, really need to get going on that. And if you have, then good job. As my 3rd grader would do, I guess I do that too now. Anyway, hope to see you on the Twitters using the hashtag SpringQ in the next week. Be fun to see you learning a bit there, getting to know a few other humans that are sharing out some cool resources there. And happy week 3, everybody.